Hello, gorgeous. You're listening to the Girlfriend's Guide to Starting Over. On this podcast, we talk about everything from dating and relationships to personal development. We also speak very candidly about the F word, and by that, I mean failure. So grab a pen, tag a friend, and let's talk about it. All of it. Undergoing, overcoming, and simply trying to make it through. Hello, gorgeous, and welcome back to the Girlfriend's Guide. On today's episode, I want to share a very valuable lesson that I learned from my dog last week. And if you follow me on socials, then you totally seen this because it was too good not to share, okay? So last week, my dog took me for a run. Like, y'all, if you could have seen the panic, and I went through so many emotions so quickly. It was panic, it was fear, it was anger, it was a lot. So long story short, I went to the grocery store, I left the garage open, and I came in the house, got her out of her crate. I'm like, come on, we're going to go outside. And as I opened the door to the front yard, I realized that I had left the garage open. And now typically I put her on the lead inside the garage. Soon as she saw that garage open, she takes off full sprint, mad dash into the parking lot, across the street, like over to the dog park area. And so I wish that I could say that I had this sense of calm over me, but I didn't. I definitely screamed her name. I'm like, you can't do that. And as I start to approach her, she clearly thinks that this is a game because her tail is wagging, and she takes off into a full sprint throughout the neighborhood. And she's darting and dashing and in and out of all these cars and all this stuff. And I'm running full speed behind her. I am calling her name and a bunch of other colorful stuff. Y'all, I was panicked. And she makes it all the way almost to the edge of the street, like the freeway, before I realize you are antagonizing her. You're causing her to keep going. A, she thinks it's a game. B, she probably also thinks she's in major trouble. And so you have to calm down and get control of your emotions so that she can get control of herself. And I'm not gonna lie, in the moment, I was half mad. I'm like, you know what? If you want to be free, right? We all do that with our animals. We're all like, fine then. If you want to run. And so I decide in that moment, I'm going home. And so I turn around and I start walking back toward the house. I'm walking. I don't think anything. I hear her bark and I look back at her and she's frozen. She's frozen. She's looking at me like, are you seriously going to leave me? You're not coming? No, I'm not coming. I'm going home. And so I take off again. I'm walking. And I hear her bark. I look over my shoulder. I'm like, oh, hey, Nova. And at this point, she is in a full sprint, running, trying her best to catch up with me. She runs, and within minutes, she's at my heels, and then she's frantically running past me. And she ran down the sidewalk, down the safe trail, all the way back to the house. She knew the way. She knew what to do. She knew where she was supposed to walk, where she wasn't supposed to walk. And as I see her heading toward the house, I recognize that my anxiety and my fear is melting. More than anything, it was a sense of calm. It's you know where to go. And so I'm telling you this to just cue you in or to ask you, what are you pursuing? What has your blood pressure through the roof? What has your stress level so high that your doctor's you got to chill out? Where are you at a 10 when you should be operating at a 2? Where could you use some support to slow down or set boundaries or to stand in your power of knowing who you are and what you bring to the table? Where are you chasing where you should be attracting? See, as long as I was chasing after her, she was running. She was going to run as far as she possibly could, as far as her 4 little chihuahua legs would take her. But the moment that I turned around, the moment that I said, I'm going home, the moment that I got fed up and I decided this is what I'm going to do regardless of what you do, oh, she was on me like glue. She beat me home. So where are you all revved up where it's time to cool it? We get this one great, big, incredible life. and you deserve more out of it. And I would love the opportunity to help you see the way or to lead you in the way. I love you, girl, and I hope you have an excellent week.